So second modification, that's we call the stem tendrils. In that, remember, here the auxiliary bird is present in this axial position. Here, instead of making that branch, this auxiliary bird is modified into long spirally coiled structure that we call a tendril, which is a part of a stem. So we call stem tendril. And which part is getting modified, that we call auxiliary bird. Remember, part which is modified we call auxiliary bird. Next, after modification, it converts into what? So we call tendril, stem tendril. This tendril, right? This tendril over here supporting plant or any support is there. So this tendril that twine around this, right? This tendril twine around this, stick with this, and with the help of that, if we can make out over here, suppose this is the one plant which has a weak stem. Next, after that, over here the leaves are present. From the axial, that spirally coiled structure tendril arise. Over here, one support is present. Same on other side also. So this tendril twine around over here. फिर यहाँ से आएगा तो यहाँ पे. So by this way, it get the support from supporting plant, and it can grow erectly. Right? It can grow erectly. That's why these are known as the stem tendril, auxiliary bird modification, which helps in climbing. Examples. Examples are made. Remember, so many examples are there in this. Cucumber, kakdi. Okay, cucumber. Then pumpkin, kaddu. Pumpkin, cucumber, watermelon. Then next, grapevine. Extra examples note down. Passion flower. Then next, after passion flower, next one, that's the bottle gourd, dudi, bitter gourd, karela. Cucurbita, cucumber नहीं, cucurbita. Right? So these are the examples. You will have to remember these all examples. नीट में आते हैं, right? Cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon, grapevine, passion flower, bitter gourd, bottle gourd, cucurbita. These all have stem tendrils, which helps in to grow plant erectly. Right? Sure. So second modification tendril. Now the next modification that we called thorn. That is for protection. Okay, mean for which one? Protection. In that, see again, this is a stem. Stem. Over here, nodes are present. Then their leaves are there. Right? And at the axial here, auxiliary bird is present. Right? So in some of the plants, this auxiliary bird terminates into spiny structure that we call thorn. Can you give me thorn का function क्या होगा? Very easy. बोलो कीर्तन.
Ma'am, to protect the plant from others.
Others what?
Ma'am, animals. Then
Yes, correct. To protect the plants from the animals. If animal, okay, actually they are in this position. यहाँ पे leaf है, right? And in this position. So leaf actually covered हो जाता है with this thorn. Right? So if any animal visit and start that eating this, okay, try to eat this plant, that leaf part, they actually have to face this thorn, right, which are a pointed structure. So generally animals avoid this type of the plant. Examples है इसमें citrus, right? Examples, remember citrus. Citrus, if you have seen the lemon plant, limbu, okay, they have this shape of leaf. Base में ऐसे आपको मिलेगा and then like this. ये उसका petiole होता है actually, right? So example citrus, even bougainvillea. One example citrus, other is a bougainvillea. Bougainvillea देखा है आपने? एक्चुअली हाईवे रोड साइड्स पे बहुत सारे होते हैं, डिफरेंट इन कलर, वेलवेट जैसे होते हैं, पिंक, पर्पल, ब्लू, व्हाइट, रेड. हैव यू ऑब्जर्व बोगनवेलिया?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
So bougainvillea and the citrus, they have thorns here modified from which part of the plant? That's the stem, particularly remember axillary buds. If anyone asks, thorns are modification of stem, लिखोगे तो half mark मिलेगा. Sometimes, okay, some teachers give 0 also, but if you have written axillary bud, you will get 1 mark, right? So correct answer is axillary bud of stem, remember. Next, so one is a thorn. Thorn, remember, thorn is a modification of a stem. आपने spine सुना होगा, spine. एक thorn होता है, दूसरा spine. Both are same. Both are pointed structure, yes or no? Spiny structure, both are pointed structure. But remember, thorn is a modification of a stem, whereas spine is a modification of a leaf. If leaf terminates into pointed structure, we call a spine. And when any part of the stem that terminate into pointed structure, we call a thorn. This is the difference, right? ये ऐसे नहीं पता चलेगा morphology से. For that we have to study their anatomy. When their sections are taking out, okay, उसके TS लेते हैं spine and thorn. And when we study the anatomical features, then we can realize this is the leaf, this is the stem. Right? So whenever, remember, spine word meaning leaf, thorn, that's the stem. One more thing, that's the, पता है रोज, ये तो सबको पता ही होगा, रोज के ऊपर भी pointed structures होते हैं. On rose, pointed structures are there, right? These structures we call prickles. They are not thorn, they are not spine. Now, what is the difference between them? Leaf and spine, that's thorn and spine, clear? Next, this is again present on the stem. Prickles are present on the stem. What is the difference between that thorn? Suppose again this is the stem and on which the thorns are present. So what is the difference between them? Right? These are also pointed somehow, pointed structure. These are also pointed. But these are arise from internal part of the stem. Thorns are arise from internal part of the stem, whereas just imagine that कि ये stem है, ये उसका outermost layer है. So outermost layer का just outgrowth होता है. Outgrowth of the outermost layer cell that we call prickle. आपने ये okay that feel किया होगा. We can easily pluck these prickles, this pointed structure which are present on the that rose stem axis. We can easily pluck that. Yes or no? Easily remove these prickles which are present on the rose. Why? Because they are just epidermal origin, outgrowth. But these are internally, cannot be easily removed, this thing. right? These are the difference of the prickles and the this thorn. So remember, this is just epidermal outgrowth, epidermal cell growth, prickles, example, rose. Anyone have a doubt in this prickle term, spine and thorn? Let me know so I can repeat again.
No, ma'am, clear.
Okay, next. Next modification, remember, see, thorns, remember, they protect the plants from browsing animals. See, एक होता है browsing animal, second one is a grazing animal. Grazing meaning what? Those eat only leafy part. Those animals eat only leafy part, we call grazing animals. And those animals eat leaf plus the stem axis. It try to eat the stem axis even, that we call browsing animal. Right? So here Citrus bougainvillea, in that this thorn gives a protection from browsing animal, right? Next, have you ever seen this plant? This plant, have you ever seen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the opuntia plant, desert plant. Okay, opuntia, and remember, desert. Desert meaning what? That's the dry, arid condition. We can say that xerophyte also, the plants which are grown in a that is sandy region, arid region, we call xerophytes, right? Now, this is the actually stem. जो आपको ये ग्रीनिश कलर का दिख रहा है, दिस इज द एक्चुअली व्हाट ओवर हियर स्टेम, राइट? नेक्स्ट, स्टेम के ऊपर जो पॉइंटेड स्ट्रक्चर्स दिख रहे हैं आपको, दे आर देयर लीफ. These pointed structures are basically leaf, but here leaf convert into which structure? Can you tell me now? क्या term use होगा इसके लिए? Here leaf terminates into this pointed structure, so we called Arpita, unmute. Am I audible or not?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Arpita, unmute yourself.
Sprinkle.
What? Prickle. Prickle कैसे हुआ? आप तो नोट डाउन भी कर रहे थे, नोट डाउन नहीं किया? चेक करो क्या लिखा है आपने. बोलिए मैत्री.
Spine.
Spines, correct. Okay, because they are actually leaf, but xerophyte है, so they convert into the spiny structure. Remember, leaf terminates into spine. Now, so here leaf terminate into spine. So problem कहाँ पे होगा? Now who will prepare the food for this plant? If leaf terminates into, because this is xerophytic plant, and in xerophytic plant, you know, water scarcity problem is there, right? So water scarcity problem and even day temperature is very high. So on leaf, stomata are present. On leaf, that's the stomata are present, and this stomata that helps in transpiration process. Water scarcity problem, then stomata, and if stomata perform transpiration, then large amount of water is released in the form of vapor that we call transpiration, right? So to avoid this problem, here leaf itself terminates into spiny structure. Not a broad surface, but now convert into which one? Spiny structure. So it gives protection also, one thing. Now who will prepare the food? Leaf तो terminate हो गया spine में. So now stem possess chlorophyll and become greenish in color flat structure that we called that stem. Now the stem that perform photosynthesis which become greenish in color, and that stem we call phyloclade. Phyloclade. Clade meaning what? Understand करना. What is the meaning of clade? Stem. Clade का meaning होता है stem. Phyllo meaning what? Leaf. Leaf like stem. Phyllo meaning what? Leaf. So leaf like stem that we call phyloclade, which performs photosynthesis. Which performs photosynthesis. So one of the example that is Opuntia. In that, this is the arid plant, arid region plant. Leaves terminate into spine. So to carry out or fulfill their food requirement, here the stem possess chlorophyll, perform photosynthesis. That's why this stem looks like a leaf. We call phyloclade. This is the flattened structure, right? Next, one more example other than this Opuntia that we call Euphorbia. Okay, that is other example is which one? Euphorbia. See, just before that one more. Just a second. This one. Euphorbia, in which, see, on Euphorbia, leaves are present. If you can make out over here, very small leaves are present. Because the arid region, if large leaf, then so much water is released in the form of water vapor by transpiration. Water scarcity problem is. So to avoid all this problem, over here leaves are there. Very few and very small. Few and small leaves are present. Remember, in case of this Euphorbia, so here this part that becomes greenish in color, which is a stem part, and perform photosynthesis. Right? And this cylindrical, here these are the cylindrical in shape. So this cylindrical shape stem looks like a leaf we call phyloclade. Example, Euphorbia. Next, next thing that, see, phyloclade and other term that we call the cladode, only for neat. Phyloclade and other term that we call the which one? Cladode. Now, remember, phyloclade and cladode, okay, in that the main difference that you have to remember, this is the first point only. Okay, no need to go in other points for time being. Just first one, because here in examples this thing given wrong. Phyloclade, remember, in that Opuntia we have seen the and all each and every part of the stem that becomes greenish in color perform photosynthesis. But in case of the asparagus plant, Shatavari, right? In that main stem remain as it is, but their branches becomes greenish in color and perform photosynthesis. So if only branches, here main stem and branches both, but only branches, okay, only branches when perform photosynthesis and not the main axis, that we call cladode. That we call the which part? Cladode. Remember, when only the branches right? But the only the branches are there that form. यहाँ पे देखो क्लेडोड word दिया है. Branches are there, right? They become greenish in color, but not the which one. That's their main axis. So that we call cladode. Cladode in case of asparagus, phylloclade, opuntia, euphorbia. Right? If anyone asks, differentiate these two, phylloclade and cladode. 2 points. First point, remember, phylloclade in that main axis plus branches modified into that leaf-like structure. In case of cladode, only the branches modified into leaf-like structure, not a main axis. Example, asparagus. In first one, that's a opuntia. All of you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Last, okay. Last modification in case of stem that we call vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation में see first जो हमने learn किया था that tuber and all that वो तो है ही. This all previous that tuber, rhizome, comb that helps in vegetative propagation as well as storage of food. Now we are going to learn some examples only for vegetative propagation, but they do not carry storage of food. Clear है? Right? चलिए next. In that, just a second. Okay, before that, that we will see later on. Understand, this is the very important topic, vegetative propagation of stem, because ये 12th chapter number 1 में भी यही है. Okay, if you have learned this thing properly over here, because in that just given over here given runner, तो वहाँ पे just runner दिया and उसका example. Description, details are not given in 12th. Right? So prepare this thing over here correctly. Vegetative propagation, meaning when any part of the plant, root, stem, leaf, bud, that helps in production of a new plant, that we call vegetative propagation. In that, one of the example, okay, one of the example or one of the type I can say that is the runner, right? Textbook content पे अभी मैं नहीं जा रही हूँ. Okay, first understand the concept of all these 4: runner, offset, stolon, sucker. What are these? Because in textbook given very complicated. Right? So first runner. Now, first of all tell me, okay, आप garden में गए हो and garden in that the lawns are there, lawn grasses are there. So when you pick, suppose यहाँ पे lawn grasses है, when you pick this one, okay, ऐसे बैठे हुए हम grasses को कुछ ना कुछ करते रहते बैठे बैठे. So when we pick this one, so only one this bunch is coming or with that other things are also coming. ऐसा observe किया है आपने grasses के साथ? नहीं किया है तो अभी करना गार्डन में जाके, right? Why this thing happen? Because over here that this is the main plant, right? Understand, over here soil surface is present. Next, here main grass, main plant body is there. These are the leaves of grass. आपको grass का stem दिखता है बाहर से? Have you observed? Or only leaves have you observed? Tell me. Only leaves or with stem? बोलो जी.
Ma'am, only leaves.
Only leaves, correct. Right? So actual their stem, okay, their stem part, which is actually present. Just a second. present over here that grows horizontally. That stem region grows horizontally parallel to the soil. That grows horizontally parallel to the soil. यहाँ पे डायग्राम में ये ऊपर बताया है just to make it clear, but actually this should be over here beneath the soil, right? Now, so just parallel to soil surface, just parallel to soil surface, remember, stem grows of these grasses. Over here their root system is present, right? Now you know on the stem nodes and internodes are present, right? Yes or no? Nodes may, remember, now one more point remember for regarding node. Nodal region, apical bud may exist, apical bud in that meristematic tissue, axillary bud in that meristematic tissue. Even in this nodal region, meristematic tissues are present. In nodal region also. Remember, meristematic tissues are present where in plant? Apical bud, axillary bud, and node. Right? So these nodes on the stem, you know, nodes are present. So suppose over here one node is there, right? From this node, the lower part forms the root system, and the upper part that form the leafy part. Then again over here stem grows further. Again the one more node is there. So again it will form over here root system and then leafy part. Right? So like that on both the side, not only one side, on both the side this thing happen. That's why I told you कि अगर garden पे आप एक bunch को pluck करते हो, with that other one is also, other one or two bunches are also coming because they are connected to each other. Right? Here stem runs parallel to the soil surface. That's why this growth we called runner. Stem runs parallel to the soil surface, and that's why this part, जो stem का main part है, which helps in grow okay new plant, that we call runner. बोलिए runner first clear है?
Yes,
Runner.
ma'am.
Okay, first runner. In that example, one of the example is grass. Next, remember that suppose this is a soil surface. Main first one of the grass plant body. Oh, here their stem is there which grows parallel to the soil surface. Here their root system is present. Right? Now, new that entire this grass body, grass plant body form where the node is there. Why? This thing helps in that meristematic tissues are there, because in node region meristematic tissues are there. That tissues undergo differentiation, form root system, and over here it form the leafy part. Right? Again here the stem grows, and further like this the plant growth takes place. Plant can form new plantlets. New plants can form. That's with the help of this runner. Right? So first type of vegetative propagation we called runner. Now second type of vegetative propagation, runner, remember beneath the soil we use that term, so for terrestrial plant, right? Next, second one. Second example, second type. Stolon. Second type that we call the stolon. Okay. If you can make out over here, here the main stem axis is there, then their branches initial है, newly developed है, that's why all are greenish in color. Later on they all become woody, right? So the branch which is nearer to the soil surface, branch of the stem, this is the main plant body, mother plant, we can say that, right? So branch which is nearer to the soil surface, they bend in a such a way that it touch to the ground. It touch to the ground. Again, it's a branch of the stem. So branch stem का ही part है, तो उसमें भी nodes and internodes होंगे. Yes or no? Right? So nodes है. So in that meristematic tissues are there. Main role यहाँ पे main magic जो है meristematic tissue का, right? So that meristematic tissue means over here, this branch actually leafless. This one is the branch which is nearer to the soil surface, that is leafless. आप देखो बाकी सारे branches के ऊपर leaf है, but the branch which is nearer to the soil surface, this branch leafless, they bend in a such a way that they form this arc-shaped structure. That form this type of arc-shaped structure. Remember, if arc-shaped word is given for plant vegetative propagation, okay, blindly go with stolon. Stolon का ये main feature है, that's the arc-shaped branch formation. Bending, arc-shaped bending, right? So in that, this branch bend in a such a way that it form a arc-shaped structure. And when a nodes, यहाँ पे जो nodes होंगे, अगर हम magnify करें तो this type of structure. Over here, that the soil surface is there. So node region that touch to the soil surface, from that root system develop and the shoot system further develop. यहाँ पे ऐसे branches बनाएंगे हम, right? Then further इसका एक branch आएगा, it will bend, form an arc-shaped structure, and it can help in further formation of a new plantlet, right? So this type of vegetative propagation by forming a stolon, the branch which form an arc-shaped structure, and that branch helps in vegetative propagation, right? That stem we call stolon. All of you clear? Runner and stolon clear होना चाहिए. Runner क्या था? Inside the soil था, and remember, inside the soil and with that runs parallel to the soil surface, etc. Runner में. Instead of stolon over here, remember arc-shaped structure. Bending is there. Here example 1 is a jasmine. Then strawberry. Second example, strawberry. Nephrolepis. Nephrolepis में भी ऐसा होता है. Okay, it's a pteridophyte, but nephrolepis में भी ये होता है. So remember, strawberry, jasmine, right? Next type of modification for vegetative propagation that we call sucker. Okay? That we call the sucker. Sucker, you know sucker. Platyhelminths में ये word आया था, cyclostome में ये word आया था, which helps him to suck something from that host, right? So here same thing, that this is the soil surface. This is the soil surface. Main plant body over here. Underground stem branch Remember, underground stem branch, first understand, underground stem branch, it grows first horizontally, then obliquely, and come upward. One more time. This underground branch that grows horizontally, then obliquely, and come upward from that soil surface. The part which come outside from that, the shoot system is developed, means on that the leaves are formed, fruits, flower, this thing. In the part which is embedded into the soil, that form a root system, right? So this thing actually, initially, actually it's a branch, it's a underground stem branch, right? So it takes the nourishment, gradually this root system and shoot systems are developed. Yes or no? पहले से तो form नहीं हो जाएगा. First it should become grow horizontally, obliquely, and come outside, and gradually on that the leaf formation and then root formation begins. So till that, to develop their own system, till that they get nourishment from their main plant body, mother. This one we call mother body. So that's why it takes the nourishment, it sucks the nourishment from the mother plant body. That's why we call this branch is known as a sucker. This branch of the stem which helps in vegetative propagation to form an entire new plant, and that we call the sucker. बोलिए क्लियर है? sucker, ये words आने चाहिए. Underground stem branch, first it grows horizontally, then obliquely, and come upward. Right? Meet will end soon, rejoin. The part which come outside, from which gradually leaf system develop, and the part which embedded over here, from that the root system. But before developing that their own system, it gets the nourishment from mother body. That's why the name given, it's a sucker.